Okay, this is GZDoom 754, and we're back with UAC Fail PlayStation Edition. Yeah, and some of you probably figured out that this has gone GZDoom, which means that it's basically not requiring the TC anymore. And yeah, that's a good thing. So I'm gonna be playing through map 46 and bring you up to a little bit of a speed about these things. So what is happening and what's about to come. I made some changes regarding the balancing of this, and I also was wait a minute. There's just so much stuff happening right now, that including a demon trying to bite me. But yeah, anyway, I made some balancing changes, and I also got a permission from Rockhard Gamer 45 to use his Fall of Trident as a base, because I could not have done this without his work on Fall of Trident. So without his work, none of this would have been probably possible, or at least, you know, I would have had to you know, do a ton of work of my own and stuff. So it was important, but this whole thing was, fortunately, it was just you know, basically almost, well, I'm not gonna lie, it was almost literally copy pasted all of the assets, all of the code, and all I had to do was tweak some of the code a little bit so that it plays out the way I want. And I made some balancing changes, as I said. The first notable balance change is this: the shotgun is a lot faster, because it's very fast in the original game. It's a lot faster, and I think in the TC, I was never really happy with the TC when it comes to the let's say the speed of the shotgun, because it was never really matching the original game, I think. So I made some changes and made the shotgun a lot faster, because this is roughly as fast as the shotgun is when you would be playing the original PlayStation Doom on PS1. And also I made SSG to be a lot faster too. And also visually, this is, I don't know, is it because of GZDoom or something, but the assets seem to be so much better in this one. This looks and feels a lot more PlayStation Doom than it did with the TC. But perhaps the most important thing is the feeling of this, because I like the idea that when I'm playing this game, the textures, as Doom Guy 161 pointed out quite well, that he was mentioning about these pixelated walls and, you know, things like that. And first I thought that, okay, yeah, it must be just some graphical settings, and then I just doodled around with some graphic settings, and it turned out that it barely made any difference. But now that this is completely GZDoom, you know, compatible thing, all of a sudden it just all fell into place. All of the textures look pretty much pixelated as they were. They did look a little bit pixelated in case of the TC, but this texture is a great example of the pixelated textures. So it was just, you know, it was a huge leap of faith that I decided to take with this project, but thank goodness I did that, because, and one of the other reasons that I also wanted to make this non-TC playable or GZDoom, or user friendly purposes, because there are a lot of people that may not be really familiar how the TC works. There are just so many different versions, and not to mention that some of the versions of the TC don't really work with certain versions of GZDoom, and then it's like having to solve out things like that. It's no fun, because if you want, the first thing you want to do is just drag and drop this thing and play it as it should be. Yeah, it's very important, and that was also one of the reasons why I wanted to go GZDoom, and yeah, it has been totally worth it. There are still some issues, one of them which I would like to point out right now, which is this thing, because the difficulties names are not really looking quite good, but so far I haven't been able to find a solution to that. And also the auto map is a lot better, because it is more of a modern auto map rather than the TC auto map, which you can really configure the auto map to show a certain type of line depths and stuff. So that was not very good. And here you can see the faster SSG to emulate the original game. And I might do some other balancing changes too, but I probably have to do a little bit more research on those, because I don't quite remember, because it's been a while that I played the original game, but I try to be as faithful as I can to the original game, but yet at the same time trying to bring something new, a little bit modern to this thing. Yeah, it just feels so much better, and I don't know, it just feels like so nice to play this. It just feels completely, absolutely great. And I will also carry on with Fall of Triton as usual. So that will be the next step for me. But for UAC Fail PlayStation Edition, I think the next map that I'm probably going to convert or continue converting would be map 40. Map 40 is one of those Doom, PlayStation Final Doom. PlayStation, hey, you're not supposed to be there. But yeah, that's gonna be one of those PlayStation Final Doom level 40 kind of maps. PlayStation Final Doom map number 2 maps. So it's gonna be one of those maps. What? That's yeah, that ceiling texture is not supposed to be there. But yeah, that's the issue with the conversions. And there are some misaligned textures in this map. But anyway, map 40 is going to be the next one. It's going to be map number 10 for Doom 2. And the other one that I've been working on, or actually started it yesterday, was the conversion process of Relentless Evil level 16. So that map is going to be, it's going to be map 45 and misaligned textures. But yeah, this map is actually this is level 46 for those who have been paying attention. Okay. Now it's my turn to pay attention. Please? Yeah, whatever. But anyway, this map is based on Relentless Evil level 14. The original map was titled Canyon 2. This is just, I wanted to, make these lazy B-movie map names, Canyon crossover. That sounds like super cool, but then it's like, it is just a canyon. So what's the difference? But anyway, the original map was made in 2006, which was a pretty damn old map. But I always liked that map. Even it's a pretty low-tech map, Relentless Evil Map 14. It's pretty low-tech, but I don't care. This map is fun, and at the same time, it looks a little bit like the original Canyon, but I didn't really... At the time, I wasn't like super comfortable making maps, so I left that, big courtyard area with a ton of monsters and things. That was kind of like left out from the original map, so I didn't really do that. But I remember making the map because it was a very, very hot summer. It was very, very hot summer night. It was just insanely hot. It was just like something like 20 degrees Celsius at night, and it was just so calm, so warm, and everything. I remember laying out the first line deaths of this map, and it was really fun. But yeah. Actually, we can now start proceeding with this map. But yeah, probably for Relentless Evil, this PlayStation Edition version of Relentless Evil, I'm probably gonna go for something like between a mix of Doom 2 and a PlayStation Final Doom, because, what? Oh, there you are. I thought these guys were somewhere else. But anyway, it's probably going to be, Doom 2 campaign is probably going to be a little bit more of a... It's going to be a little bit of a hybrid between PlayStation Final Doom and... it's probably going to be a hybrid between the... What was that? Oh my god. But yeah, this is it's going to be more of a hybrid between this PlayStation Final Doom and PlayStation Doom 2 kind of thing, because I don't know at this point that whether I will make a third episode or Final Doom replacement or quote Final Doom campaign for UAC fail PSX, because I don't know at this point. That's a very tough call to make, and at the same time I've been thinking about some other projects too, and maybe because there were some ideas by I think it was Demon Slayer who actually made that idea that I should be making maps with Rock Hard Gamer 45. So that is also kind of like one of those things that is a little bit hanging in the air. So, but there are lots of options. Options to be, considered. So, but yeah, I'm afraid I have to use the Resurrect. Yeah, and just like that, we came back to life. But yeah, it's like there are many mapping options for me to do, and of course, without Rockhard's work, none of this would have been possible. Absolutely none of this. It certainly would not have been possible, and he deserves so great thanks from me. But yeah, that is a little bit of an update for UAC Fail PlayStation Edition at its current state, and also for the curious, I'm going to be updating the demo so that it can be played only with GZDoom, which means that that you don't need the TC anymore, and I'm gonna update the demo to be so that it runs with GZDoom and things. So the TC can be thrown out of the window, and stuff, because as I said, I'm going to do this for user. I'm going to do it for, I'm going to choose the, what the hell am I trying to say? I'm going for the user-friendly approach, which means that all you need is basically a copy of Doom 2, GZDoom, and you need this, UAC fail PSX, drag and drop, and play the damn thing. That's how it should have been from day one. But now we have finally reached that point where it is becoming a reality. So yeah, it is a major difference, and I was really afraid to take that path, because I thought that I would have like most of the maps would be broken, but it turned out that barely any of the stuff was broken, because perhaps the only thing that was broken was the map info, but I fixed it in less than an hour, and there were some other things that were broken, such as status bars and things, but those were just like, that was like a very, very small price to pay for considering the fact that what actually could have gone wrong. But it's like all of the maps are working and there are no issues whatsoever, so far at least. So it looks very good at this point. And of course, from this point onward, this is going to be the GZDoom is going to be the platform for this, just like it is with Rockhard Gamer 45's Fall of Trident. So yeah. But yeah, I guess my voice is getting a little bit tired, so maybe I'll wrap this up right here. But yeah, this was more of a status update for UAC Fail PlayStation Edition, and the direction that I'm taking it to, and stuff. So there will be Fall of Trident videos too. So I'm gonna carry on with Fall of Trident, and I did play some Rockhard's latest updated maps that he had updated, and I did play this one very, very good map of his. But unfortunately, my lips are sealed regarding those things, but just so you know. But anyway, yeah. This has been everything about UAC Fail PlayStation Edition status update. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you.